Nope. Well, anyway, it's based on, where is it? I really want to find this. I think it was this one. Faded. Color films. Okay, well, this is not fun to watch, so I'm just going to go and show you guys where I've ended up. Right, that's the image. And I wanted to show this because aliens can really help me get rid of, without going into Photoshop, these spots over here that were in the backdrop that were really not kind of that nice, and to really bring out the color in her eyes and create something that, you know, for me, shooting this on this backdrop in the first place was really an experimentation. I'm much more classic. This was to offset her hair against the backdrop. And Alien Skin's really helping me explore something new for myself. So I went through all the presets over here. I changed, where are we? Hang on. The saturation of the reds. I played around with the reds. And actually, when I went here, I thought I would increase the saturation on the red, but it didn't work out because it just gets a bit too much. So I actually ended up reducing it, which I didn't expect. Same with the yellows. But I think what I did in the saturation is to blend and kind of complement these two colors against each other. And that's the same thing I did with the light leak over here. The greens I reduced, that takes a lot of the green out of the background. And the cyans I left untouched because as soon as I do this, they get blown out. You can see that. So I'm going to leave that at around 1. The blues and the magentas are reduced just a tad for the same reason. And the curves, I wanted to really get the shadows into the hair here and to see if I could make this image work. And again, I was going to throw this away. The preset I have has some curves on the green, on the blue, and on the red. And you'll see that if you select a preset, it'll preload all of these options. And I put a dark curve to just get, see, I just wanted those bits in the hair to be darker. I ended up using the contrast slider here in my experimentation, leaving the shadows at 73, midtones and highlights pretty much the same. The split tone was interesting because I've never gone to this kind of brown tone, but I still left it quite subtle. If I go up too much, it really gets very, very warm, this image, which I don't want. Again, I tried to be not so over the top with it. And the highlight is just off of white, so it's not really changing it that much. It's a little bit of a cyan, and it adds something to the background, it adds something to her skin, and it's not that strong. If I go too much, her skin kind of starts to become discolored. So you have to watch out for that. There is a light overlay. Again, light effect. This corner one that we just had, where was it? This one, sun flare. Oh, I can't find anything today. It's the red glow. There we go. And I think, yes, and I protected location. Now this is really neat. I'm going to select that. And if you see, if I hover over, I've clicked on this little button here. If I hover over, you can protect parts of the image, and it does it kind of in a circle, so that you don't have this light spill. I think is really horrible. And I want to save those beautiful eyes. So I'm going to click here. And you can also select the opacity on that protection, so you can really see that effect. And that's really neat because these light spills, I wish I could control them better, and this was the solution to that. I also have, if I zoom in and let it load, I added a little bit of grain. I don't know if you can see it, but just to smoothen out the skin, it's a little trick, and to give it a little bit of that playful, maybe dreamy feel. You know, this pose, everything is kind of a bit fantastical. It reminds me of like a Venus. So this grain was actually in the Polaroid preset that I selected, and I couldn't find it, as you embarrassingly saw earlier. However, this is also available for download